Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are playing some Stanley Parable. And, this thing has made its way around the internet, and I never really had the time to play it, but my editor, Aden, he has informed me upon this game, and, I'm gonna be playing it for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy. The end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Ooh.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on the desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-lending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I don't want to step out of my office, you know? Pretty sure there's an achievement for that. I mean, God, the controls are so light. I want drag, thank you very much. Bring that down to 2. I guess this is what I'm gonna get. Happy New Year's, guys, by the way. I hope you guys have enjoyed your New Year's. Hope you've spent some time with your family. Hope you got to hang out with the loved ones and all that. I got to spend time with my loved ones. So, you know, fine.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Is it a trophy?
5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost.
I clicked the door 50 times.
Why don't you put 20 clicks into door number 417?
What's all the way down here? $420. I'm so mature, guys, I swear. That means by process of elimination. Or...
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
37. I guess that'll be later. Okay, not there. Door 37. Oh, that's not back here.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437.
This is a very, very strenuous trophy. I'm pretty sure I'm using that word right.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Muy inteligente.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
No, they're not back here. Oh, I guess it's over here. 419. 419.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
I would say 416. That's like the American way to say it.
Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430. Yes!
Yay!
We did it! Oh, wow.
Yes.
That felt amazing.
Click the door
You
430
really
times.
Stanley. Nothing
Get your
could
first
hold you
trophy.
back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far.
Oh, I got 2
we've come
trophies in
today.
one thing. Ain't that baller? Yeah, this game's looking pretty good. Not so
When
bad.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the
Oh, wait,
correct way
what?
to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Guys. I knew my left to my right. I was seeing if you guys knew. And obviously you did.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this
Oh, that's an
immaculate,
old dress.
beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, I'm good.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting,
There are so
Stanley.
many options. Like, do I
Someone
jump or
you've
not?
forgotten about.
I'm gonna jump.
Please, stop.
I'm gonna make it.
But in his eagerness
Oh.
to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Shit global market for all. Monetize free to play. Oh, that's evil. That's diabolical.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around.
What happened to the
and
circuit
got
breaker
back on
over here?
track.
What happened to the circuit breaker over here? Why are they gone? Who stole my circuit
There was nothing
breakers?
here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
the broom closet, at least she would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me, because literally, this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite. Oh, and I find this concerning.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong with stealing them, right?
This might be a conclusion about what's going on right now. Subliminal. That's what reminds me of. This broom closet exploded a bit, and we're just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system, and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Yeah, right. What happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. Alright, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Any more, are you? I mean, like, you didn't call me fast, stupid, and ugly. Call me, drug dealer. Alright. Second player. But you too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again. Fine.
My God. Okay, not like say anything. Alright, fine, I'll click. Also, well, that's it though.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nah. Why is every other door locked in this facility?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished?
What?
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to
just
Stanley.
moved.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
I'm just
And as Stanley
swooping
pondered
around.
this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself,
Not really.
this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go
How much of a
back to
boring
my
person do you gotta be to,
boring
like,
job pushing
dream
buttons. I
about
may
going to
enjoy
work?
this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
This is very philosophical.
of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take
I
responsibility.
love how, like, the button click is just like a keyboard.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his
You
life.
can't jump.
Now, hearing the voice speak these
seriously,
words
we
was
disabled
a
it.
shock to Stanley. After all,
Oh, you think I'm
he
done?
knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice
I'll
not
have
seem
a
slow to
stroke on
make
this
the
thing
magic
before I
of
even
stars just a moment ago?
before I get
How
done with
else would
you.
the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Oh no, I'm still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Me.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, wait, am I just squeaking out? Will I end up on the side of the road or something?
A woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of
Oh
work.
my god, I woke up on the side of the road. I am tweaking drugs. Looks like Gary's mod.
A man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this.
I have like an air pressure thing. I'm using this all day.
Man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
She just left me dead. Okay. Damn.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
My wife?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Am I sure I should do this, chat? Should I do it? I'm gonna do it. I should go live on this.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one.
Martha.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Martha, I'm coming home, sweetie.
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about...
Martha, no!
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Hey.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. Never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Alright. I hate Mondays. Oh, look at a Garfield reference. Not doing it. You informed me not to do it, so I'm not doing it. Bruh. I'm not helping my case, but still. Sorry for all the loud noises, guys. I think my controller like muffles it out. West Side. Bro's gonna be like making fun of me the second I do it because there's nothing else to do. Fine.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I'll question everything. Question authority, guys.
Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
Die.
And I tried again. And Stanley
That's
pushed
obviously
a
a
button.
mood right there.
And I tried.
Ah! What happened?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting,
Why did I miss this?
someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Nope.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Well, blue's my favorite color, so I gotta get blue.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue is my favorite color.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these
gotta escape.
choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution.
I mean, I did stop.
Let me
You
show
nothing.
you.
Well, I trust him this much. This is...
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I wonder...
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Well, I mean, you did roast me, like, incredibly hard, so your happiness.
No, wait. Where are you going?
You're gonna jump off a bridge or something.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
So do I keep
We'll lose
calling
all of
it.
this.
Alright, time to climb. I'm gonna speed this
Please, no,
up.
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I thought about it. Ah!
Oh, thank
Dang,
God.
I lived.
You lived. No.
Round two.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
He sounded like the guy from Stampy's Lovely World. The guy who liked mushroom stew. Forgot his name.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Bro still thinks I'm going to the other room.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Oh,
That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I
You
reading the
roasted me last
situation
game.
correctly?
Yeah, you, like, insulted me, called me fat, and called me a stupid idiot. Oh, I got
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Maybe next game, buddy.
Looks like
Maybe
you
next
wanted
game.
to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
This got too sad. Wait. I mean, you made this, right? Like, this is all your game. You put this here. Why?
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back. Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
If anyone can read that, tell me what it says. On!
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so
Oh, I
much
changed my
that
mind. I changed my mind.
You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind.
I see it.
What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you.
Press button 4.
About me. Where we're going. What all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
10.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness,
3 attempts.
34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw
I can feel my controller vibrating in my heartbeat.
in this room was capable of turning
Blue.
it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
Dang it!
Or this door. Everything,
Blue.
anything, something here will
Yellow.
save me.
Green.
Think that,
Red.
Stanley, that this video game can be beaten? Won? Sold? Do you have any idea
Oh,
what your
no!
purpose in this place is?
Oh god! I wanna go.
I will be laughing every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment we say happily ever up.
Oh! Well, I think that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I should most certainly have. If you want to see more of this, leave a comment, give it a like, whatever you want to do with it. Alright. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I already said that. Oh man, my head's getting scrambled today. It's a Tuesday. Those 1 hours of sleep are kicking in. Well, anyways, you guys can say this with me this time. I'm allowing you this opportunity. Bye!